Rob, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm feeling kind of basic today. Top 5 side ones, track ones.
Podcasting from somewhere in Central Florida.
Where is the bloody rum?
I see you cried knifey spoony before.
Let's drink some rum.
Rum is the power, rum is the key, rum is the thing that will set us free. Rum, rum, rum,
And nerdy.
rum, ahoy! Rum, rum, rum,
And nerdy.
Sit back, relax, remember to turn off your cell phones. For the next hour, let me be your Candy Crush.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And today, this is episode 4.09, the Mozzarella Log.
Yeah, it's a weird-ass name, but that is a menu item from the TEA mixer tonight, so yay.
Yeah, and I got some. You get 4 of them.
You get 4 logs of mozzarella?
No, and these things are literally the size of a corn dog.
I mean, if you think about the vastness of space and the never-ending expansion of the universe and time and the way the galaxies move with the stars in the universe, I really am not eating all that much cheese.
No, probably not. It feels like this is something for a Rick and Morty episode, like these cheese sticks.
Enter a log of mozzarella. That's just it's a fucking loaf of cheese. It's a lot of
4 logs. Like you could legitimately make a bonfire out of these logs. Anyway, they were pretty good.
That's my favorite unit of food measurement. Log.
Yeah. How many logs of cheese have you eaten? Anyway, so the namesake today for our food item of the week. And there we go. It was a good event. It was loud.
It was really loud. I think we need to more establishments need to line their brick walls with like fake foam bricks.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, foam padding or something, just because it's so echoey.
Well, and I had no doubts about as modern construction. No doubt. Those are veneers. Those weren't real bricks anyway. So if you're going to not do real bricks, do sound absorbing.
Yeah, do sound absorbing fake bricks. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. There you go.
Anyway, I don't know if it was the cheese or the sauce or the hot wings, but I'm a little verklempt. I don't know if you can hear my voice.
You are. Well, I mean, we did spend all night yelling.
Yeah, we did yell a lot. Yeah. And not even like good yelling. It was just talking loud.
Yeah. Yeah. It was loud talking, but it was a good mixer. The Central Florida TEA mixers are always they're always well received.
Yeah.
And this one
almost 300 people.
Really? Well, you said there was like 270-something registered.
272 registered.
And we ran out of walk-in write-ins? The write-in name tag stickers?
I don't know exactly how they did on those. But I know there were people there that did not wear it.
They didn't wear them. Yeah, because I legit think they ran out. So,
cray.
That was good.
Total cray.
Hey,
so
what am I opening up right now, Greg?
Oh, something we haven't had here on the show in a while, but one of our favorites, Bumbu.
Sorry, Tommy.
This is Lil Wayne's rum.
It is Lil Wayne's rum.
I mean, this particular bottle is mine. I bought it. It's like I have the receipt.
We stole it from Lil Wayne. We ran up to him and
that little fucker's fast.
Well, he's a Packer fan.
Throw that out there. Golly.
There we go.
Okay.
Stupid
great.
Plastic. Okay, there we go. And so plastic removed, virgin bottle.
Wow, that was a great cork.
I almost spilled all over my computer.
That would have not been a good cork. But spilling on laptops is something you do.
I have spilling booze on laptop experience.
Yeah.
Do you want any cubes with this, or? Yeah.
I like it with cubes, and having like had a significant amount of this particular liquor. Somebody here may or may not have several of the stickers off the bottle on their laptop.
So, what? It's a cute X, and it goes really well with everything.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yep. So while you're, obviously, last time we talked about all of the plans. Don't tease me, you mother. So we talked about all the plans for the trip. Most of what we had planned, it pretty much happened that way. Daughter had a cold. So she skipped out on a couple things so she could nap, which was kind of like I felt bad for her, But she was just like, no, don't like sit around the flat just because I've got a cold. Go and have your adventure. So she was pretty cool about it. Highlights. Paris was terrible.
You were telling me about it, and I'm very disappointed that you had a bad Paris experience.
Yeah. One of the things that Layla wanted to do a lot was to try pastries. So we got her the macaroons. We got her she just wanted croissant. And we 3 or 4 times. She was like, "Can I get another croissant?" Yeah, sure. We're like, this is her vacation. So, it was still her favorite day, but it was really rainy. Mm-hmm. We got in, they'd canceled Eiffel Tower because there was like a strike for the group that does the operations for that.
Yeah.
So we got last minute tickets for the rooftop of the Arc de Triomphe.
Didn't realize you could go to the rooftop of the Arc de Triomphe.
Neither did I. And I did the last minute search on the train ride over there, and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to buy these. 15 euros a person, which is real close to $15. But she got on for free because she's under 18, or she's 18 and under and a student. So, so we only had to buy 3 tickets.
Sweet.
And it was a wonderful, wonderful view. I'll show you the pictures later. So that was great. And then, we went down to the Eiffel Tower and saw it still. Generally, it was a lot of, like when we went into a restaurant to eat, we had 3 meals there. Mm-hmm. And it's just weird. The servers, they didn't want to bring you the things you ordered. And you had to really go look for them to get your check. They were not in a hurry to let us pay and leave, which was kind of weird. The weirdest thing though, Louvre. So signage is important, folks.
Yeah.
When you're so we had bought time tickets. You have a time you get to enter. Mm-hmm. Ironically, we find out later is in the same line as if you don't have a ticket. But at some point in that line, it splits to you have a ticket, you don't have a ticket. Mm. And we were trying to get them hey, where's the line? Because that line is for the people without a ticket. And they're like, just get in line, just get in line. They're super rude about that. So that was disappointing. And then the Louvre was just packed.
Whoa. They were rude in Paris? I don't believe you.
I know.
There's no way that's... I've never heard that before.
I hate to say that the stereotypes in this case prove very true. The other thing is every bathroom in that city, at one point, Layla really had to go to the bathroom, and we went into a place, and they're like, yeah, you have to buy at least €10 worth of stuff to use the bathroom per person. Other places, if you were in a train station or whatever, you had to scan your card reader thing. If you have Apple Pay, you had to scan that, and it cost you $2 to get into a bathroom.
What?
Which was weird because the entire city smelled like urine.
Yeah, I know why the entire city smelled like urine.
Because nobody wants to pay for a bathroom. Here's the other thing, right? This is crazy, but here's the other thing. Twice, not once, twice on regular sidewalks. These aren't back alley sidewalks. These are main street sidewalks. Mm-hmm. Twice we had to step over human feces.
That is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah. So that was the downside. That was the weird downside part of this, this trip. But still, it was a great day. It was still Layla's favorite. Other notable things was we found because we rented a flat. It was a little bit.
In London, you rented the flat.
Yeah, and it's kind of near Paddington Station for anybody that knows London area, just a little bit west of Paddington. About 10, 15-minute walk to 2 different stations, depending where you wanted to get on. So it was pretty convenient. First day we get there, we're like, okay, well, we got to go down to the Baywater station. Halfway there, see just an awning, a small awning over a door, the Beachcomber. We were 2 blocks from a really, really amazing tiki bar.
That's freaking awesome.
And actually, I think I posted pictures on our Instagram.
You did?
From there.
Yep.
Some pictures inside there. And took my boy, Riley, and I went in. And that was really great. The owner, we got to give a shout out to. So it's the Beachcomber, and they're on Instagram, and I think it's under Beachcomber or the Beachcomber LDN or something like that.
I'll post a link.
Yeah. Super great guys. The bartenders are great. We went there. At one point, Riley and I just did a quick stop by, and it was early on. It was probably 4 or 5. and we were going to go get the girls and go to dinner. And they were super friendly, and they're like, "Hey, come back tonight," because we told them the whole story. It was our last night there, and they're like, come back if you can." And we came back, and it was packed. And as soon as we walked in, they were like, "Hey," and then they were like, made sure they found us a place to sit down. We ended up sharing a table with this Irish couple that were really great. They were super friendly. Actually, we told them about the podcast. So, Irish couple. It was very nice. I hope you're listening. It was very nice meeting you. It was very loud, and I suck at names, so I don't remember your name. But you were great.
Reach out to us. We will let you make fun of Greg on the air.
Yeah, you can do that.
There's no shame over here.
But it was really great. So apparently this place had been open about 17 years, and the first several years of it, the owner did all the build out decoration himself.
That's cool.
Did a great job too. And
you said Tommy followed these guys?
Yeah, Tommy follows them on the Instagram, not the MySpace or whatever, but the Instagram.
That's high praise when Typhoon Tommy follows your tiki establishment on social media. That's a big deal.
He was extremely jealous that I got to go. So it was a really great experience. We ended up going back at 9:00 that night and stayed until about 1:30.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was a good time. Great drinks. Again, the owner, he had asked about the podcast. We asked a lot about the bar. He ended up, as we were getting ready to go, he's like, no, you have to do the signature shot with us, so he did one and we did a shot. And then to thank him, I gave him one of our challenge coins.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool. He was so excited and thankful and shook my hand and was just ear to ear grinning. And then he took it out of the pouch and put it on the bar. Actually, I think he kept it in there, but there was a little lip on the bar with just different little collectibles and things, and he kind of leaned it up on that shelf. So kind of cool. A little bit of rum and nerdy memorialized there at the bar.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So
we should make a collection of rum and nerdy challenge coins that we just give out to bars. Figure out which number. Do you know which number you gave them?
I think so.
Yeah, we should just make a list of hey, by the way, this bar has this coin. This bar has this coin. Yeah. My guy needs a coin.
Yeah.
We should give Mike High a coin. What year is the Mike High founded? 54?
Something like that.
54?
To give them number 54.
Yeah.
Have them hide it somewhere.
Yes, we have to do that.
Build it into...
Like Vikings used to do with their ships where they'd put a coin under the mast.
Yeah.
We need to do that. We need to...
Tommy,
we're gonna... Tommy. Yeah, we got a challenge coin for Mike High.
Yeah. Other notable things, one of the things the family really liked was Camden Market in Camden Town. Classic, one of those food markets. I still prefer Borough Market, but they really loved it. There's kind of one of those Boxy Parks container centers, and we on the second floor of the 3-story structure, there's one of those guys going, "Hey, sample, free sample, free sample." And clearly, as soon as we tried it, we're like, well, we're having some of that chicken. One of the best things we've ever put in our face hole.
Really?
And then we go down to the regular one along the river, across the street, and down the ramp. And there's this macaroni and cheese place. So on Friday, that's what everybody wanted to do. That last open day that we left, they're like, we got to go back there because they wanted more of the chicken and the macaroni.
Chicken and macaroni.
Yeah, at 2 different places. But we went and shared some chicken at one place, and then we went over and got macaroni.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, overall, it sounds like a very successful trip.
It was great. One last thing, our last meal there, because everybody was tired and they were broken, and we were 18,000 plus steps a day.
It's the thing that stinks when you do a vacation like that, where it's all about, hey, we're going to pack in as much as we can and do and see as much as we can for the time that we're here, and and then you leave broken. And
the family's like, can we just do one thing and then go back and hang out in the flat?
And part of you is like, I would like to relax right now because I'm on vacation. The other part of me says, I flew to freaking England. I don't want to. For
the money this is costing me, I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah,
I could totally watch Netflix and not bought the flight. But it was great. Everybody was great. But that last night, I was trying to find something noteworthy that was a quick walk from the flat. And I found a place called The Champion. It's a pub that, as legend goes, Freddie Mercury was a regular there. And I looked it up, and it was it's right next to, I think it's Hyde Park, but just kind of adjacent about
Hyde Park is kind of a considerable park.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying, I think that's the one that this place was next to.
Oh.
So it wasn't too far from a place that he did live, so that makes sense. But it was apparently Freddie Mercury really spent a lot of time there. And the legend goes that "We Are the Champions" was written in that bar.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I had bangers and mash. They were fantastic. Sandy had the best fish and chips I've ever had in my life.
Sandy had the best fish and chips you ever had.
That's what she ordered. She let me have a bite or two.
And then you just ate them.
No, because it was towards the end of the meal. There wasn't. Yeah.
Okay.
The chips were okay, but the chicken or the fish, the fried fish was amazing.
Favorite part of the fish and chips? The chicken.
Yeah, I screwed that up, but then I corrected it, and then you made fun of me. So great, thanks.
That's
you feel big.
That's the standard operating procedure. Have you ever listened to the show before? That's usually how that works.
Yeah, and then I brought you back a keychain.
You did. It's fun, and you got one for Demo Dave.
Mm-hmm. And for Shannon
and
and for me, so that we our little foursome group of awesomeness.
Foursome group, I love it.
Yeah. So that was the trip. That was I will say two more little shout outs. First off, first day we got there, we had a matinee for the choir of man. I think it was one of the things we talked about. I think we described it on last week's episode as kind of just like guys in a bar hanging out singing music. Turns out the whole show is about men's mental health, and super emotional. There's some great laughs. There's some good cries, some really kind of emotional things that everybody can connect to, and I recommend anybody look them up, even if you don't get a chance to go over there. Look up that show, and they support a charity that escapes me at this point, and since we never prep for any of this shit. Choir of Man.
We really never do.
They support an organization that provides resources for men's mental health. So I recommend checking that out. And if you feel like you can give a couple bucks to support that program, it's worth it. They do a great job of bringing awareness through entertainment. So I was completely moved. One of the highlights. And if you ever get a chance to see that show is just great. The other thing I want to throw out there is... later that night, on Sunday night, the first night we got there. So legal drinking age is 18 in UK.
Mm-hmm.
So Riley sat down. We were going to dinner in a pub, and Riley excused himself, went to the bar and ordered 2 pints of Guinness and came back and sat down. And he's like, "I bought you a beer, Dad." And so my son and I shared the first beer he ever bought me in a bar.
That's freaking awesome.
So that was really kind of a special moment.
That's freaking awesome.
So that's how I turned 50.
Happy 50th birthday.
Yeah. Now,
is
there anything else about my 50 that you might want to explain since I've talked so much?
So I may or I may not have organized a collection of friends to get together and pitch in, because anything worth doing is worth getting other people to pitch in to help you with. And we acquired a very nice Lego set for you.
And tell them what you got, Bob.
The Venator class Star Destroyer Deluxe Lego Premier Mega Edition Super Set thing. What is it? The Ultimate Collector Series?
Yeah, UCS, yeah.
Oh, God, it is. It's almost 4 feet long. Like, it is a giant Star Destroyer.
43 inches long, 12 and a half inches tall.
It's Anakin's Star Destroyer from the Clone Wars cartoon show. So, again, if you haven't watched the Clone Wars cartoon show, you're completely missing out on this ship. But it's fantastic. And actually, I think there's a running joke in the show, because Anakin wrecks every one they ever give him.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
So,
but I got a fun video of you. I can. Well, I don't know if you want me to share the video, but I can absolutely share the photo of you standing next to the Lego set after you unboxed it with my really sweet Valentine's Day wrapping paper.
That was pretty funny. I do want to throw. So there are a lot of people participated in this, and I'm personally going to thank you, Aaron, who's been on the show, Cheese Mule, Dan, who's been on the show, his wife, Marianne, Dave, obviously Shannon and Dave, Erica, thank you. Garrick, you, Josh, my buddy Josh, thank you for participating in that. Lisa, Matt, Matthew, Ross, Scott, who's been on the show.
Matt and Matthew have both been on the show.
Yep. Matt and Todd, and then of course the intern Tyler, who
has also been on the show. Yeah, a lot of these people have been on the show. It's like, hey, have you been on the show? You should give me money.
Well, I'm incredibly moved and very appreciative of all of my friends and the friendship that I get, and obviously it's a very generous gift. It's not a cheap set, so I'm moved, and so I want to say thank you. That's all I want to say about that.
Well, I know that you've talked about your 50th birthday Mediterranean cruise many times on the show, and that didn't happen. So
yeah,
this may have been expensive, but it was way more achievable than flying to Europe with you.
I like Europe.
I know Europe is fun, but still,
you've never been to Europe with me. Europe at a high level.
You do Europe at a very high level. I would like to Europe with you at some point in time.
Okay.
We'll put that in the book.
Not in the next couple of weeks. We're very busy.
No, not in the next couple of weeks at all. Inspire is coming up. As of this episode airing, Inspire is in like a week, 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We'll be in LA in a week because we got the TA business ahead of time, but yeah.
So this is season 4, episode 9. So I believe it's going to be episode 11 will be released the week of Inspire.
There you go. Probably recorded from LA.
We're going to give it a go.
We should try to record from someplace cool in LA. Find a good LA tiki bar. Was it Clifton's? Is that still open?
I don't know.
Is that still I haven't been to an LA tiki bar post-pandemic, I don't think.
Well, beginning of the week, we're going to be down in Orange County. I want to say there's some stuff down there. The
pay for parking.
Tiki
go to Trader
Tea
Sam's.
is that would probably not work out. They probably wouldn't want to do that. Kanya, which is a great rum bar that we were at a couple weeks ago, they would probably let us. But it would be, again, from where we're going to be, problematic to get to some of these places.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's LA without a car, so.
Yeah. And a heavy case of mobile podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, also a thing.
So we'll look at it. It might just be from SPM at the beginning of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to do it there.
That's fine. We have a pretty open Sunday, from what I understand.
Yep. Well, even in that, during the week, later in the evening, when things lighten up, and then we could get some other some good friends that we talked about getting there. You know, Matthew's going to be there. Melissa, who's been on the podcast, she'll be there.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're going to be in LA the week of Inspire, look us up. We're going to be there. Reach out.
Yeah.
Come to Inspire. There's like a kickoff welcome mixer thing on that Wednesday.
That is part of the leadership forum.
I thought isn't there usually just a general, hey, we're here?
No, I don't know that there's anything formal. It's always like we'd always go to like Wednesday night is when we went to the whatchamacallit, the
Trader Sam's.
No, I was going to say the Cajun place, the New Orleans place. Don't we usually go there?
For dinner? Yeah. No, but I always remember there was like a welcome mixer thing that was put on. But okay, well if that's only for the leadership stuff.
I think it was like last year. It was
so
Mad Systems was on Wednesday night.
No, that was so yeah. So they okay. Well, so the weird thing about this year's Inspire is that for the past 15 years, the TEA Summit, now the Inspire Conference, has been at Disneyland. So everybody just sort of fell into the routine of, you show up and this is on this night and then we go here and then we meet there. And
now it's all new.
Now it's all new. So the social dynamic is completely different and is going to be not weird, but it's like, wow, I got to kind of relearn the ropes. Like, where do people hang out? What do people do?
And I've already preemptively made reservations on Wednesday night after the leadership mixer. And on Friday, which there's no Friday activity, I've made reservations for those nights. We're trying to figure out what we want to do Saturday during the day.
Saturday during the day is a big thing. I'm actually, because I have a number of friends that are going to this, I'm thinking about starting, I know you're going to yell at me, a WhatsApp thread where we can we can talk about plans and we can share plans of like, hey, we're thinking about going over here, visiting this thing or doing something. So there's that to figure out.
Well, or there's carrying on with tradition would be go to Universal.
It
Just a
would,
different thing.
It would be. My company is talking about hosting some kind of a thing on Friday. Like, hey, we should get together and like just host a thing Friday night. Hey, come over here to this place. We're hanging out. It's going to be cool. That's a legitimate thing that might be happening.
Well, I could always cancel the reservations. I don't want to say where they're at.
That's fine. Don't say where they're at. I'm just saying that that's a thing that might be happening.
Yeah.
Walter,
I have a thought because we almost set up a thing.
did you almost set up a thing? Well, we're talking about co-hosting a thing.
With who?
Maybe the company that Andy works for. Maybe the company that there's a handful of companies that we're talking about, like co-sponsoring a thing with.
That's where we were going to go.
Okay, you know what? Screw that thing. I want to go to that thing. That's where I want to go. I want to go to your thing.
That's not where the reservations are.
I want to do that though.
That's where we looked at doing.
I want to do that
for our company.
But yeah, but we were still. But we were talking about getting together with the guy and the thing and the place to go do that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we shouldn't talk about this because this is really boring for other people to listen to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're at now.
we're no. Hey.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the thing with the stuff?
The list?
Yeah, the list.
Yeah.
We had a fun list. So driving down to the TEA mixer tonight, I mentioned.
Yeah, we alluded to it with our.
Well, it's
our
the your favorite albums of all time. I think the game that was played was the desert album or the desert island albums. Like if you're stranded on a desert island, what are the top 5 albums you would bring with you? So, in theory, your favorite albums, not songs, but albums, which is a lost art in the musical industry because so many people focus on singles now that they lose track of the art of putting together, stitching together a full album of songs that all somewhat relate.
So, generally speaking, you're more the music master than I am. I like very different things. It's hard for me to really put this down as to like my favorites. But since I had a little bit of prep time on the drive down there, I'll throw out my thoughts.
Yeah.
But whether or not like they're really what I think the top 5 are, they're just going to be 5 of ones that mean a lot to me.
And it's not top 5 of all time. It's what are your favorites? Like what are your favorite? And I'm going to be honest with you, I had a hard time narrowing it down to just 5. I might have 10. I might have 10. Okay. And again, and these are your albums. This isn't you're not going to go head to head in competition with other albums. Also, handful of rules. 1, no soundtracks, no compilations, no live albums. I know you hate those rules, but those kind of defeat the purpose because live albums is an artist playing the best of their catalog for a live studio audience. So that doesn't count. Same with best of albums and compilations. It's like, no, these are all hits. There's an art that goes into making an album. What are the individual songs? How do they stitch together? Do you do anything fun in between the songs to kind of stitch everything into a tapestry of music? The art of making an album is something that I think in recent years has been lost. So It's kind of special when you come up with really good albums. Anyway, what do you got?
You go first.
You want me to go through my list of 10?
No, we can go back and forth.
We can go back and forth? Okay. In absolutely no particular order, and I'm going to say that no particular order, but I wrote them down. So this is the order I wrote them down in. Number 1, you're going to laugh at me, and by you I mean every single person that hears this one listed. Chumbawamba Tub Thumper.
Yeah, I don't get this.
Oh, it's a fantastic freaking album. Like, that is an album like the song, the song was played a lot on the radio in the late 90s, but honestly, put the CD in your CD player, hit play, listen to it start to finish. It is phenomenally good. Song to song, the way the tracks are stitched together, it is a great album. And there's a couple of hits on it, but it's really good.
Okay.
It's my favorite UK anarchists. Anyway, what do you got?
I'm going to start off with Frank Zappa, Joe's Garage.
Of course you're going to start off with Zappa.
Yeah, that as a rock opera, just the best there is.
Yeah. Frank Zappa is to you what Pink Floyd is for me, which brings me to my the number 2 on my list, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Arguably one of the greatest albums of all time, just because it stayed on the charts for like 10 years or something ridiculous like that. But again, put it in, hit play, listen to it all the way through. It's just an absolute banger.
Okay. So I wanted to say Rush Chronicles, but it's more of a best of.
Yeah, can't do that.
But Rush is one of my favorite bands ever.
Yep.
So I'm going to say Rush Roll the Bones.
Okay. What are the big hits on that one that we would see?
Oh God. I'm trying to remember all of the ones. Obviously, Roll the Bones. I want to say, is that the one with Nobody's Hero?
I don't know. It's your album, man.
I'm trying to remember. Zero Prep.
I know it's Zero Prep. I'm sorry.
And then you call me out.
You just had to pick up. That's like saying, hey, I'm going to say I like the Rolling Stones, so fuck it, Sticky Fingers. I'm going to throw that one out there, which I have on vinyl, by the way, with the zipper, the real zipper on the album cover, which is awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Not on my list, but I'm just giving you
Dreamline, Bravado, Roll the Bones, great song. Face Up, great song. Where's My Thing, great song. The Big Wheel, Heresy, Ghost of a Chance, amazing song. You Bet Your Life, Neurotica, those are all great songs.
Yeah. No, that dynamite album, man. Yeah. And if those stitch together the way they should, that's fantastic. Okay. My next one, 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine.
Okay. I dig that.
It is. I know it's not everybody's genre of music, and let's be honest, you have to be mid-teens before. You have to be in your mid-teens before you should even be allowed to listen to 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, because they want to fuck you like an animal.
It's all about teen angst. Like there's some level.
There's
some level of just drama and anxiety that comes with 9 Inch Nails appreciation. I've been listening to a lot of music with my 4-year-old daughter recently. Yeah, and she's like, "I want to listen to this album." I'm like, no, you're way too young for 9 Inch Nails. To say nothing of the lyrics, but you're not going to understand 9 Inch Nails. It's just going to come to you as noise, and you're going to hate it. But Pretty Hate Machine is an amazing album, and if you've never listened to it, give it a chance.
Okay, very good. I'm going to steal one from you.
Steal it. Go away. Or go for it. I mean.
Beatles, Sgt. Pepper.
Okay, Beatles, Sgt. Pepper. That's two more down on my list, but okay. That's one of my 10.
So this one is just one because, and we've talked about the Beatles before and my love for the Beatles, but when it comes down to it, I think they're few and far between. Are you going to find a band or artist like Beatles that so transformed their own music and their own style from where they started and where they finished? They were so prolific. And then when it comes to something like Sgt. Pepper's, where they were inventing ways to record to get different sounds.
This is the album that drove Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys mad, if I remember.
Drugs were involved too, but yes.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah. But that's the one where he was just he was listening to the album over and over again and just could not figure out how they were doing this stuff they were doing. Yeah. And yeah, that's cool. Okay, yeah. No, I'll give you that one. I'll take it off my list.
Okay.
So what is this? Number 4 on my top 9. No, thanks, Greg. Metallica, their self-titled Black album in quotes, the Black album.
What songs were on that?
Enter Sandman. There's some really great stuff in there, and probably half of those songs between the Black Album and Master of Puppets, half of that shit is on my workout mix. Along with Monster Magnet and Rob Zombie, because I was alive in the 90s. But no, that it's again great album. And if you're a Metallica fan or a metal fan in general, that's kind of the foundation of metal. Ooh, foundation of metal. I think that's the name of my next metal album.
Okay. I'm going to switch gears a little bit direction. I'm going to go to Joe Satriani, Surfing with the Alien. That is mind-blowing fucking album.
That is a great album, and I'm really glad that you brought up Joe Satriani, because he is arguably one of the greatest guitar players of all time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's also a nice genre shift from everything we've mentioned thus far.
Yeah. That goes back to kind of the just that art virtuoso kind of guitarist music.
Is that the album that has Summer Song on it?
I believe Summer Song, Always With You, Always With Me, Surfing with the Alien.
Summer Song is my favorite Joe Satriani song. And not just because Sony used it in a Walkman commercial in the mid-90s, but, it's good.
It's very good.
Okay. My next one, also shifting gears, John Coltrane, Blue Train.
Okay.
If you like jazz, that is a great album. It's one of the ones that I listened to a lot in high school. It was one of those study albums of mine, but again, put it in, hit play, or put it on a record player, drop the needle. Just listen to it start to finish. It is so good. It is so good, and great album. It deserves to be on this list. It deserves to be represented along with 9 Inch Nails and Chumbawamba.
You lost me at Chumbawamba, but okay.
Dude, I'm gonna play that album for you, man. It's fucking great.
Cool. And you said there was a country version of it?
Oh yeah, so Chumbawamba, because they're fucking lunatics, released a country version of their album Tub Thumper only in Japan, apparently. So
one does.
I found it on Korean eBay. I have the country cover album they made of their own album for Tub Thumper, and it's great. You know what? I have it with me. I have it with me in my bag. We should use that for an outro song.
Okay.
You haven't heard Tub Thumping until you've heard it on a twangy guitar.
Agreed, I guess. I'm assuming. Okay, next for me, Police, Synchronicity.
Ooh.
That's an iconic album.
Ooh, that's a really good fucking album. Yeah. That is such a good album. I'm almost mad it's not on my list.
Yeah.
Almost. Not quite, but almost. That's a good album.
I figure I'd get one where you were just like, I forgot about that.
You did it. You successfully pulled one out of your hat where I'm like, fuck, yeah, that's a good album. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. My next one, which you don't like, and I know you don't like because you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
They've grown on me. I mean, there's the nostalgia of it, but I've just never been a big fan. I used to actually be a hater. Now I'm just not
Yeah. You went from I hate them to now I just don't like them.
It went there was a time when their songs would come on the radio, and I'd change the station.
So Appetite for Destruction, I used to I used to do a lot of like computer drafting and drawing and stuff. And I would have my little PC speakers just fucking cranked, and I would put Appetite for Destruction in, just play it all the way through. Gets to the end. Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you, man, the number of times I've had people, the number of times my mom walked into the computer room.
Nay.
Here's the most 90s thing you'll ever hear me say. The number of times my mom walked into the computer room and yelled at me that I was playing Guns N' Roses too loud. Yeah.
As one does.
It's really just great zone out metal.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
Steve Miller Band, Joker.
Ooh. Okay.
Solid album.
That is a solid.
That's a
album.
great anthem sing-along album. Whole thing.
The whole thing. I don't know if I've ever listened to that whole album start to finish, but that's got some hits on it.
Well, I don't know, but I've been told if you keep on dancing, you never grow old. So come on, darling.
Yeah.
Was it red dress on? We're going to go out tonight.
There you go. Okay,
It's the weirdest song on that.
It is. Okay. My last three are completely different. Not that any of my other ones have been similar, but my last three are completely different. I'm going to start off with the one you will disagree with the least. Peter Gabriel, So.
Okay, yeah. I get it.
You get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my favorite, but
It's not your favorite, but
yeah.
I mean, Peter Gabriel had some. After he left Genesis, his solo stuff is, it's really good. It's just really good, and yeah. So, Dynamite album.
You're down to that many, and because I made a list, I got 10.
You got 10? Okay.
In no particular order. Next is Journey, Escape.
Ooh.
Escape.
Escape.
That's the European version.
Yeah. Yeah.
They actually sold it all over here.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Very little differences in the two.
Okay. Well, I'm glad Journey made the list.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up for me, Daft Punk Random Access Memories.
Okay.
That's the one of their more recent ones. It had Get Lucky on it, which it's the big hit from the album. I think it won Album of the Year, won Song of the Year. Like that did a lot. But that album again, put it in, hit play, listen to it start to finish. The whole album tells a story, and it is magnificent and beautiful.
Okay.
And unlike Daft Punk of yore, because late 90s Daft Punk is completely different than mid-aught Daft Punk.
Okay. I got you.
They come from France.
I actually ended up with 11 on my list.
Okay, keep going. You stole one of mine, so I only got one left.
Dream Theater, More Than Words.
Okay.
So prog rock.
Yeah.
Metallica meets Yes meets Queensryche.
Ooh, Queensryche.
Yeah. This was a very influential album for me in high school when it came out. It came out in 1989. I'm going to say it was 89, 90s when that was released.
Jesus, you're old.
Yeah. I'm telling you. And it's like so this album's great. Not a lot of people know of that band. Really pretty successful as cult following, kind of like the people that know, they listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with them?
Not overly.
The one song that really kind of charted a little bit was called Pull Me Under.
Mm-hmm.
It's like pull me under, pull me under, pull me under. I'm not afraid. Anyway, I'll play it for you later.
Okay.
Good fucking song. So that's going to be on my list. That was my high school. Listening to that kind of music and going like, oh, yeah, that's why Guns N' Roses sucks. They've got a song that has like 4 time signatures in it, and at one point, they've got. For everybody that doesn't know what a time signature is, or that, so it basically there's a section of the song that goes back and forth between 3, 4, and 7, 8 time every other measure. So it's like dot 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 dot, and that's like this section of the. So the great thing, because it's kind of metally prog rock metal music.
Yeah.
To watch people try and headbang to that is fucking hilarious. It's fantastic. But there you go. Dream Theater, More Than Words.
Nice. Okay. So the last one that I had on my list, and I'm gonna get yelled at by some people, and I'm gonna get praised for others, and then yelled at again by other people for different reasons.
It reminds me of it from The Jerk. So the first day, it felt like a week, but then the second day, it felt like 2 days, and then the third day just felt like a day because we didn't really get to see each other. But the fourth day, sorry.
So some people are gonna be like, "Why in the hell are you picking that album?" Some people are gonna be like, "Yes, that is amazing that you picked that album," and the other people are, and then there's gonna be some people that are like,
It's Weird Al, right?
I'm really glad that you picked that artist, but because of political reasons, fuck you.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Taylor Swift 1989,
Okay.
the deluxe edition. Shut up. So the original edition.
You'll have to give me details on why it has to be that album.
Okay, so
Taylor's way.
Okay, so one, Taylor Swift is a fantastic artist, and I enjoy her music, and she's incredibly talented. And
She ruined football. Sorry. I'll stop interrupting. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm sorry. Is that a red hat over there? So the album is great. I mean, when you look at all of the songs that are on it, just the hits in general. I mean, Welcome to New York, Blank Space, Style, which is great. Out of the Woods, Shake It Off, Wildest Dreams, fantastic. This Love, Clean. Like the album itself, like that's just the standard album stuff is outstanding. And the only reason I was really disappointed by the fact that I had to buy the album twice is, from Target to get the deluxe edition. It had Wonderland, Are You in Love, but most importantly, New Romantics, which is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs. Great album. Like if you're going to get it, I mean, obviously there's more things that you can do now politically because she owns music and there's stuff that happened and blah, blah, blah. But the 1989 deluxe edition with New Romantics on it, fantastic fucking album.
Okay. That's your final one?
That's my final one, yeah.
Okay. I'm somehow down to 3, which is really weird to me.
Well, you stole one of mine, so.
And you went first. So.
Yeah, there you go.
So my next one's going to be Jaco Pastorius, self-titled 1976.
You had to pick a bassist.
What?
You love Jaco.
He's fucking badass.
He is.
So anybody doesn't know, he was the bassist for Tower of Power. He was like the quintessential 70s drug addict, like
you
misunderstood artist.
You
bassist.
play bass. Here's some heroin in a basement. Go have fun.
Yeah. Why is he so good? He used a butter knife to pull the frets.
Seriously?
Off the neck.
Yeah.
He used his butter knife in his parents' kitchen to help kind of get that sound.
Nice.
Anyway, so there's that. Next is kind of same thing. A few years after Jaco, but the similar sound. It's that kind of progressive acid jazz.
Love acid jazz.
Dixie Dregs, Unsung Heroes.
Ooh. Okay.
You know that album?
Yeah.
Okay. Great album. And then finally, I could not have a list of music with what band.
Well, you've mentioned Rush and you've mentioned Frank Zappa. Rush, Frank Zappa, Journey.
In the immortal words
and the
of
Beatles.
Christopher Walken.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Okay, I would not have picked that as you had to have listed the Foo Fighters as a band, but
yeah,
I'm glad that you did.
First album that was basically Dave Grohl did all of it himself.
Mm-hmm.
And love that album. Changed my opinion of because I was never a big Nirvana fan.
Yeah, which is kind of Dave's founding.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's my list.
Well, that's been my list. Those are good lists.
Yeah.
I'm glad with. I'm really happy with those lists. And I really need to turn more people onto Chumbawamba because I feel like they're a very underrated band.
What's that? The one song everybody knows them. What's that called?
Tub Thumping.
That's the name of the song?
The album is called Tub Thumper. The one hit song was Tub Thumping, but they had another. There's another.
Is that the I get knocked down but I get up again?
Yeah. That's that one. That if you were alive in the '90s, you hate the band because of that song. But there's another one of their songs actually was used in what was the movie with Tom Hanks and the Vatican?
Oh,
That Christians hated. That one.
The Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code. Yeah, I think it was the Da Vinci Code, or was it Angels and Demons? I don't know. One of those.
Angels and Demons was
one of those
second
used. One of those used another one of their songs, which was really, really good. Or was it the movie Stigmata? I don't know. Religion had something to do with it. It was a thing.
Dogma? No, it was Dogma.
Dogma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Smith and no, it was. I think it was one of those movies. Might have been Angels and Demons. Anyway, moral of the story is. That song appeared in the movie, and I was the only person in the theater, like the opening credits. I was the only person like, "Holy shit, it's Chumbawamba!" And like,
same situation where you and I are at a concert for Toto, and they start playing the music from Dune.
Dune theme, yes.
And you and I stand up, the only ones in the audience going, "Yes,
yes, this is amazing!" And they're like, this is just like a guitar riff.
This is
or
some weird
kind of
ethereal,
yeah. This is just. Is this like a jam band thing? We're like, this is the title track to David Lynch's Dune. Like, back off, people.
Yeah,
that was great.
And then they play
Weezer?
Weezer, yeah.
Hash Pipe, yeah.
Hash Pipe, that's it.
It's like my least favorite Weezer song, but...
Yeah, but it's my favorite story about Toto and Weezer.
It is a great story.
It's also the only story about the two of them. But.
It's the only story about Toto and Weezer, yeah.
And like, Weezer started it, right?
Yeah, they did, because Weezer covered...
Africa. Rains in Africa, yeah.
Which was a great cover.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever figured out why... the music video for Weezer's Buddy Holly appeared on the Windows 95 CD-ROM?
I didn't know that.
Do you have a... I know this is an ask. Do you have the installation CD-ROM for Windows 95 in your possession?
No.
Okay. I do, because apparently I'm a fucking lunatic. The music video for Weezer's Buddy Holly is an Easter egg on the Windows 95 CD. It's just there. It's in one of the subfolders on the thing, and you're like, what's this weird MPEG file? And you're like, oh, it's Weezer's music video. It's just on the CD. It has nothing to do with the installation. It doesn't go to your computer after you install it. It's not
just
even
on the CD.
It's not even advertised as being there. It's just on the Windows 95 CD.
Okay, I'm going to look this up. Not right now.
You can. It's a real thing.
Oh, I believe you. I just need more context.
I still own that. So I was going through a bunch of CDs the other day, and like I got old video games. Like, oh, it's Star Wars Pod Racer and Myst, and boom,
Myst.
Yeah, exactly. Old. Hey, I was alive in the '90s. I got a bunch of CD-ROM games, and I have my Windows 95 installation CD. I can't throw it out because I'm like, it's a fucking Weezer Easter egg on this thing,
right?
I can't get rid of this.
Hilarious.
I mean, I should get rid of it because it's a fucking CD-ROM, but whatever.
Hilarious.
It's not like a tape cassette where you could just put a little, like a, an
tape cassette.
Yeah, well, the audio cassettes, like a cassette, and you could put a piece of tape over the little hole on the corner, and you could record over it. Yeah, exactly. You can't do that with CD-ROMs.
Unless it's a CDRW.
Yeah, but that's not what they gave you the installation discs on you. Otherwise, AOL would have been providing us with free CDs for mixtapes for like ever in the mail.
This is true. Fucking AOL. That makes me think of a city museum in St. Louis.
Tell me you were alive in the 90s without telling me you were alive in the 90s.
Yeah. AOL coasters. Anyway, listen, all that's fun. I'm excited. Hey, this episode is released on March 1st of 2024. This day in March 1st, I am boarding a plane and going to Las Vegas, and I will be seeing Demo Dave.
Dave Martin.
Yeah.
.com. DemoDavePro.com.
There you go.
Yeah, you always lead me in incorrectly.
Not always, but this one was a special one because
I'm like
you're
the-
all listening to this podcast, and I'm hanging out with Dave right
I'm
now.
like the Ron Burgundy of podcasting. Like, if you don't say the right words, I'm just going to screw it up every time.
Yeah. Totally non sequitur,
Red
but I
leather,
saw
yellow leather,
on TikTok, I saw the clip where him and Chris Pratt are hanging out, and he's like, "Hey, I know you can do this. I'm going to go get this Mexican. You want me to?" They have this like meat thing, burrito, and he's like, "I don't really eat ethnic food, but if it's meat, I'll try it." And then later on, he's like, "Yeah, this is like an entirely new meat delivery system for me." Anyway, Ron Burgundy. No, that's not Ron Burgundy. That's Ron Swanson from Parks and Recs.
Completely different.
But it was still funny to me, so back off.
DemoDavePro.com.
Don't forget to check us out at our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social medias. We are also at Rub and Nerdy, most platforms. I need to tag the Tiki Bar and show some pictures from your vacation because that's not weird or creepy at all.
Yeah. You can email us at show@rumandnerdy.com. We love hearing from you. Send us a message.
That's it.
And that's it, folks. We love you, and we'll talk to you later.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
We'll be singing when we're winning. We'll be singing. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. It's in the night away. It's in the night away.
He makes a whiskey drink, he makes a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings songs that remind him of the good times, sings songs that remind him of the better times.
Oh, Donny boy, Donny boy, Donny boy. I get
Where's the wheelchair ramp?
Oh, we don't have one. I guess this is where you get off.
Jumba, woomba, gobbledygoo. Life isn't fair, it's sad, but it's true. Jumba, woomba, gobbledygee. When your poor legs are stiff as a tree.
What do you do when you're stuck in a chair?
Finding it hard to go up and down stairs. What do you think of the one you call God? Isn't his absence slightly odd? Maybe he's forgotten you. Jumba, woomba, gobbledygorse. Count yourself lucky you're not a horse. They would turn you into dog food or to Jumba, woomba, gobbledyglue. I'm glad I'm not taking your stupid tour. I'm a chorus man anyway. Silver bullet. Gobbledyglue.